So let's talk about Boots Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz. And first, let's talk about Virgil Ortiz's effort there against Erickson Lubin. It didn't really seem like Lubin had a proper game plan for this fight. I mean, it was to be slick, try to be a little defensive, I guess. But, you know, when you're facing a guy like Virgil Ortiz, who's a forward moving, aggressive Mexican style fighter, back against the ropes in the second round, that's not where you want to be. Maybe later on in the fight when you've proven your ability to stand and trade with him, if you've proven your ability to stand and trade and box with him, you can go up back against the ropes and try to find some counter punches. But Lubin wasn't finding any counter punches on Ortiz. Ortiz was just dominating, to be honest with you. And the narrative coming out of it is sort of that Lubin's punch resistance is kind of washed. He's taken some damage in his career. He's been in a lot of fights back to his amateur days, and Virgil Ortiz is just a young lion, and it was just too hard of a matchup. And Virgil Ortiz is too hard of a puncher. He's really a power puncher, and he is by far going to be the hardest opponent that Boots Ennis has ever faced. And far from me to doubt Boots Ennis. He's a fantastic fighter and fantastic boxer, obviously. But it's the elephant in the room with him, truly. He's never really had a big fight against anybody that good. He's never fought anybody as good as Virgil Ortiz. He's definitely been guilty of picking beneficial matchups time after time after time. And Boots is somebody in the welterweight division who's always getting hypothesized against the top guys, and it seems like that never happens. So excuse me for doubting a little bit if this fight actually will take place. I would not be surprised to see Boots say, okay, no, I need another warm-up fight, or for something else to come up and prevent this fight from happening. But I really, really want to see this fight, and partially because I really, really want to see Boots tested. Boots is the fighter that he is. Boots is indicative of the American style in that way. He stands in front of you, right? He's going to try to outpunch you and outbox you and stand right in front of you. People act like he's slick. People act like he's a runner. He's not. He's not afraid to use the ring by any means. But in general, he likes to just stand in front of you, trade with you, and outbox you because he's got the skills and he's got the talent. I don't think he's ever faced anybody with hands like Virgil Ortiz, and I don't think that he's ever faced anybody as unafraid to move forward and is able to move forward on him as Virgil Ortiz. I don't know how safe Boots Ennis is going to be in this fight if his default mode is stand and trade in the pocket, which that seems to be his default mode in almost every single second I've ever seen him in the ring, Boots Ennis. So on paper, you're looking at a wildly entertaining fight. And Boots fans are going to hate that I'm going to say this, but I don't know that Virgil Ortiz can't do to Boots Ennis what he just did to Erickson Lubin. Now, Boots Ennis is a far better fighter than Erickson Lubin, obviously. I think Boots Ennis would smoke Erickson Lubin. So Boots Ennis is definitely going to have the hands and the counter punching when Virgil Ortiz tries to come in. That's going to make this fight interesting. But does Boots Ennis have that top-level, championship-level experience that you're going to need to deal with a fighter like Virgil Ortiz? Now, Virgil Ortiz might not be an undisputed-level guy, but he's a championship-level fighter. He's a great, aggressive power puncher, and he's a tough son of a bitch. Is Boots going to be able to commit to the body punching? Is he going to be able to find the counters to the body that he needs to wear down Virgil Ortiz over the course of a fight and get him into a position where he's more able to stand and trade with him? Because if this fight goes well for Boots, what you're going to see is in the late rounds, a tired Virgil Ortiz, less able to come forward, less able to implement offense, and Boots Ennis standing in front of him and basically slapping him around. And if you're Boots Ennis, that's the dream, but man, I don't know, right? If Virgil Ortiz comes in, finds his range quickly, gets into some combinations, gets into the body in the first couple of rounds. I mean, listen, these two guys, when they stand and trade and when they trade punches with each other, it's going to be wildly entertaining. And it's a brilliant stylistic matchup in terms of that it's a Mexican fighter who likes to move forward, somebody of a style that's very stylistically exchange-based. But with that caveat, if he likes to move forward, he likes to chase the finish, versus an American fighter, which is a style that's more thought of as, moving around, using the ring, using your defense, who, sure, he uses his defense and he likes to use the ring, but he is more about standing in the pocket and exchanging than most American fighters. Boots Ennis is a very Mexican fighter for an American-style fighter, if that makes any sense. He loves exchanging. He loves the conversational aspect of boxing. I offer you this, you offer me this in exchange, I offer this back, maybe leave a couple receipts on the way. They're both dogs, so it's going to be a great fight, right? It's a fight that makes itself. And as a boxing fan, unfortunately, even in the era of the Saudi money of Turki Al Sheikh, that has to make you a little nervous, right? Especially when you look at Boots Ennis's track record and the fact that time after time he's been matched up against the big boys and it has not come to fruition. And you have to worry that a face-off, a photo like this, even him pointing to his watch after the KO and saying, "It's time, it's time." Could he see something in Ortiz? Does he think it's an easy win? Totally. That could totally be true. But, and I hate to say it, it could also be window dressing. It could be him saying, look, I'm willing to take a hard matchup. I'm willing to fight the top dog. I'm willing to fight the big guy. And, I look at the look on Ortiz's face here, and there's just kind of like this, really? Are you really going to do this? So let's see. Let's see if Boots is really going to do this. I really hope that he is. It could be the fight of the year for 2026 for certain. Like and subscribe for more boxing content. Appreciate all the support, you guys.